Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? We're actually doing it. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Quarter Inch Seam, our very first dun 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 Zoom so long. I'm so excited you're here. I'm banging on things. Okay, let's see. Oh, I gotta do it so I can see everybody. Let me see here. Um, Gallery. Let's do that. Let's see. Can I see everybody? Oh, um, okay. If you have your cameras on, I can see you. If you don't have your cameras on, I can't see you.
My camera on.
I can hear Steve in the other room giving me instruction. And- Mhm. Oh, there, here they come.
Yeah, okay.
So there's Madeline. Hi, Madeline. And I feel so terrible, Madeline, because I didn't. It's been like Toad's Wild Ride here today, and I haven't been to the post office.
That's okay. Don't worry. As long as it got into the right box.
Yes, we have our little post office. The girl there is very sweet, and she knows us, and so she's always if anything she's ever unsure, she always puts it on her desk. She'll say, "Hang on, I got something on my desk for you." So, oh my gosh, what are you working on?
Oh, I'm making the heat slash ice pads for the neck.
Yeah,
So I'm just sewing the tubes, and then in next month I'll order the flaxseed and I'll start filling them up.
those are
I'm
so
making
awesome.
I'm making them with the eye masks.
I saw your pictures on Facebook, and they were amazing.
Yeah, well, I don't really like them, so I'm doing something different, but it's okay. I don't need them till December.
That's why I have so many mug rugs in my house, Madeline, because I started one thing and I decided I didn't like it. So I decided to call it a mug rug and move on.
That's it. That's it.
Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a bunch of people on and a bunch more coming. Steve's doing the technical stuff because you know me. I don't do that kind of stuff. So we're working on I'm gonna turn my computer here. Okay. We are um okay. I think he said something about I have to give them. Aha. There we go. Okay. So, hello, hello, hello to everybody else that's here. You can put your comments in the chat box. But I'm so excited because we've got 4 of these butterflies done, and I think I'm just going to try and get the border done. Somebody left a comment on one of the videos about this quilt, and they made a comment about how something's not centered anymore. I didn't account for the seams, so my stuff's not centered. Uh, I think we'll be okay. I mean, some of them will be a little bit closer based on if they're turned, which way they're turned. So well, maybe that's what she meant. Well, I guess we'll know with these 4 if we have to, God help us, if we have to redo them. But I'm gonna turn my iron on. And
Is your phone?
I do.
I'm gonna break in here because you got a bunch of people that are sitting on Zoom on YouTube. and they're sending you comments there.
I don't know.
Oh, good
That's
heavens. Should I do something else here?
Mhm.
Okay.
Just monitor the chat.
Just the chat here. Oh, and then the chat there.
Yeah, where the chat's not invited.
Is it live on there now?
Yeah.
Maybe we have to go just to regular YouTube.
Okay. What's your channel? Wait, was it there? No.
Hmm.
Here it
Oh,
is.
there.
Okay,
Oh, no.
Turn the volume down.
Okay.
There you go.
I have to get a new
They're
thing.
talking on the channel there.
Oh, admit. Oh, we lost Madeline.
You make a screen marker, right? Maybe. Let's do. What's your chat? There. I'll leave.
Okay. You can hear. Hi, Laura. Okay, I'm trying to watch it on YouTube. Hi, Betsy. Betsy, I don't know if you can hear me on YouTube. I hope you can hear me on YouTube. Yeah, you should be able to hear me on YouTube. I'm a YouTube live. Um, where did oh gosh, there is a lot to I think I got everybody that wants to be in. I'll keep checking on the Zoom. Um, okay. All the little kinks that you have to work out when you do something like this. But hey, okay. For those of you here right now, um, hi Sandra. So you're on YouTube because we're on Zoom. So on Zoom, I can see you if you come on. Where did Laura go? Oh, Laura said she can hear me.
Is Sandra on Zoom?
No,
Did not?
I don't think so. No, I have Laura, Julie. Hi, Julie.
Hey,
I even lost-
Laura.
Hi. I even lost Madeline.
Yeah, well, if Sandra or somebody that knows how to use Zoom comes on, make them a co-host so they can.
Oh, they can do that.
So they can handle your chat.
Okay, so if you're on YouTube, you can come on to Zoom. Just go to your regular internet browser and type in quarter-inch seam zoom .us. Quarter-inch seam zoom .us, and that will bring you here. I think that's it. But I'm still watching the comments on YouTube. So if you're on the YouTube live, you don't want to come on the Zoom, that's fine too. I hope the people on YouTube. Oh, good. Want to help, Janice. We'll get this. We'll get it. We'll get there. Y'all are coming. You haven't missed anything yet. However, I am going to give you a little bit of tip in just a second. So I, in the car heading to Florida, yay! Where in Florida, Laura? Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to do Orlando. Orlando's. We go over to Orlando to go to the mall and go shopping and stuff. We're not. I'm not big. Oh, it's from this thing. I keep seeing the lint on my shirt, and it's from this thing. Um, Disney Springs is great. My daughter-in-law and my son-in-law and the girls love Disney Springs. They go out there all the time. We go out there for we like the mall out there. I think it's the Infinity Mall, Millennial Mall. I don't remember. So, but we go to the mall out there, and then some of the stuff that's like just in the surrounding area. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Um,
I think it's the invitation mall. Well, let me see the little mouse.
Oh.
Yeah, get that. Yeah, really should get too much going on here, too much sewing material.
I know it's really an inconvenience to have all of the sewing stuff in the way of all the techie.
It's not all in the background, but it is in the background.
Yeah,
I don't like.
maybe the Apple camera just does that naturally.
Any other?
Always
Let me get the
display.
bifocals on if I can see.
Should I no backgrounds and effects to the left? Catch up my appearance. No kidding.
That's why right there.
Oh,
There you go.
oh, there.
I'm charging you $500 an hour.
Your tech skills, please. Okay, hi, Min. Hi, Minnie. Okay, here's something that you'll learn about Steve and I. I don't like stuff in full screen mode because I can't see stuff. Then all the little bars at the bottom go away. But he loves that full screen mode. Okay, so I'm probably gonna need a little help with this. Oh, hi, Janice. Thank you. Oh, before I forget, I'm gonna give you guys an insider tip. This is a pro tip. Go to Walmart. I went over to Walmart last night. I told you I had to go to the store. Yeah. This is the only place I've seen him. The second one I've had. I mean, it's not the second one I've had today. It's not the, just calm down. It's not the second one I've had today. It's the second one I've had in like a week, give or take. It's this Hershey bar with the crunchy waffle cone pieces. Oh my gosh. No, I still don't know I don't know where Madeline went.
Those are dangerous.
They are.
Maybe
Oh, here.
those, please.
How do I do that?
Let me see it.
Let me get all this sewing paraphernalia out of your way. Okay. These are so dangerous. I would have bought the box. Is that terrible? Now I keep finding reasons to have to go over to Walmart. It's the only place I've seen them. They're so good. So go on down to your Walmart. And the reason it's in a baggie is because I only let myself have like one strip or half of it last night. And then today, before this, I've had such a crazy day. I was like, I better have a little chocolate, a little candy. Um, so Hershey bar with waffle pieces in it. Okay, now we got to let's be serious, Angela. We got to do the. I have to do the. I have to move this chat box out of the way. Okay, I want to put the sashing on. Hang on, guys. Okay, I want this chat box got all enlarged and I couldn't see anything. Okay, I want to do the sashing on here. So, but I don't, maybe I should just pick the pattern. Oh, and turn you back down. So, what are you guys working on? Are you sewing anything? I think it was either Julie or Laura, or it could have been Janice, who wanted to do the butterfly quilt, or who was going to start the butterfly quilt or the petals quilt. So, I don't, is
Yeah,
anybody
Laura.
else doing it? Is Laura?
Yeah.
Are you doing it?
Not yet. I'm waiting for you.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so I've got the sashing. Um, I have the sashing and I've just decided to use 2.5 inch strips. So here's the question. What fabric letter is this? Because I don't know what to cut them. Do I just cut them no, you don't cut them the length of the thing because C. Okay, fabric C. 11, 2.5 inch by width of fabric. Subcut to 2.5 by 10.5 inches. Okay, so I don't know that I've done a quilt where I did sashing. So if I just do I just do the sides first? Do I do 10.5 inches and just sew them on the sides? Yes, right? And then the top will obviously be longer. Okay, let's start with that. Let's try that. God willing. God willing. Okay, I gotta cut this. So 10.5, let's just cut this, the, whatchamacallit off. So on the right side of the block. Okay, so on the right side of the block. Got it. Thanks. Okay, so 10.5 inches. Get the mat down wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.5. Okay, so it's the 13.5. Okay, I should have had these cut already, but honestly, I haven't. I'm going to Zoom. I after I left here yesterday, I said I had to go to the store. That was the last time by the time I got home and did dinner and cleaned up from dinner and we caught up and that was it. Then I sat down to watch Downton Abbey. I know how rude of me to have my sewing stuck in the way. Okay. Oh, because the other part, let me look at this thing. Okay, so we only put the sashing on the right side. We only have to sew it on the right side. And then on the bottom. Um, let's see, Minnie. Minnie! I don't know where she's at. When there's a whole bunch of um activity or Steve and I are like running around or we're getting ready for a call or something like this, she gets very anxious. So she ends up following I turn on TV and keep Downton Abbey running in the background while I sew. This is the third time I'm going through it and watching it. Here's the problem. I've been too lazy to find something else on BritBox, and I don't want to get another subscription because there's some other stuff on some other channels that I want to watch. But you could go broke with all these subscriptions. And I watch so little. We usually end up watching, honestly, we end up watching golf on YouTube or um we have Madeline back. Yahoo! I watch so little other TV. Here's what ends up happening. Call the midwife. Oh, I heard about that. I saw something, an ad for it in my feed, and it looks good. Okay, call the midwife. I got smart today because I still have work to do, and so I try to make myself notes. Like I put down on my to-do list, dinner. Okay, obviously. You need a reminder for dinner. Call the midwife. So anyway, so I have BritBox, and when I got to the end of Downton Abbey, I enjoyed it so much that I just went back and started it over because I'm too lazy to find something new, and the other stuff on BritBox I wasn't really that into. So um, I just started rewatching it, and then I got to the end of it again, and I was like, yeah, what the heck? Why not? We watch golf, and then because Steve's always on the tractor working in the yard or that kind of stuff, we watch tractor YouTube, YouTube stuff about tractors and mowing and putting down sod and growing grass. And then the other thing we watch are mini shows, all the little doggies. What does mom watch? Nothing. I watch I watch Downton Abbey on my iPad. Go ahead. Get your violins out now. Share the secret entrance. There's no secret entrance. They're coming. They're making their way over here. We got Madeline back. That's a win. Okay, so I got my one here. So I'm just gonna sew. I'm gonna sew on the right side. Camping Lady 81, hello from Indiana. Are you on YouTube or Zoom? I think you're on YouTube. Oh, not from Indiana. Hi to Indiana. Um, okay. Oh, I don't have any thread on the machine. Oh my gosh. What a But I do that with a lot of things. That's why I listen to the audiobook after I've read the book. Because usually it's just kind of playing in the background, like while I work or while I sew, and that kind of stuff. So I end up watching, I don't know. It becomes, what did Laura say? It's like background noise, you know? Okay. I forgot to rethread the machine. Okay. And
Okay.
oh, Madeline's back.
Finally, this is the story of my life. Yes. Oh my God.
All right, so we're gonna sew the sashing on the back, and then I guess we just sew it on the bottom. And then the top becomes the border. Okay, I hope this all works out right. So we're gonna do this on the right side. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, oh my God. Okay, is there anything more annoying than the spittle that comes off of a jelly roll? How annoying. Okay,
Ooh.
I told you guys I was gonna get this row done. And I'm bound and determined to get this row at least started because I want to see how it's gonna look. Madeline has a lovely sewing room. It's much more organized, I think, than.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Got one on here. Oh, now I understand what she was saying. I hate sewing long strips of sashing. It's awful. Hi, Barry. Um, the stuff is everywhere. After that jelly roll race, it was all over the house because as soon as I was done in here, I took it out into the living room to show Steve, and it just went all over again. Lay them out before you sew so you can see where the sashing needs to go. I always get confused and end up with too much sashing. Yeah, that's um hi Betsy. Uh yeah, I'm glad I went back and looked at this because Laura had said just so the sashing on the right side, and I would have started sewing it all the way around, and it's not supposed to go along the top. I don't think there's sashing along the top. No, it's just on the inside. See, it's just on the inside here. They really, it's
Yeah,
hard to
don't sew
kind
it on that last piece either.
of, right, not over here. And I would have started going around the whole thing. So thank you very much because it made me look back at the picture. Otherwise, I would have run out of I would have run out of jelly roll. Okay, so now let's put the second one on. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, what are you guys sewing? Yes, except the last. Don't do,
If I had my way, what I'd really like to do is do away with my living room downstairs and move my sewing room down into my living room. But I haven't got the guts to do it.
so Steve said, we were talking the other day, and he said, someday what we could do is so this wall here, you can see it, this wall here. Well, we'd have to kind of redo the whole thing, but like this wall here goes into bathroom. But on the other side, out that door, there's a like an 8 foot hallway, and there's my office. So he said we should just redo the whole thing and make it like one big sewing room. Unfortunately, I don't have the guts yet to do that either.
Because I'm outgrowing this room, that's for sure.
It's amazing how fast that happens. Like I thought when we moved here, when we lived in California, I had my office, my sewing room, my office and my sewing room were all in one room, and it was like an 8 by 8 room. It was so tiny, and we had just started. It was during COVID, and we were doing all of our appointments on, Zoom and on camera. And so we had set my camera and my desk up just strategically enough so that you couldn't see my sewing room. And then I had my sewing room and my fabric was all in my closet. And when we moved here, I was like, what am I going to do with an entire room as a sewing room? There's no way I'm going to fill up this whole room. And already I'm like, okay, we're going to have to start busting out walls.
I have a closet in this room that is total fabric. Total fabric. I have bins on the wall, bins over there, and my bathroom that's attached to this room because this was a bedroom. My shower is a storage for my board, my patterns, and everything.
Awesome.
Nobody could take a shower in there.
That's the best use of a bathroom I've ever seen. Okay, such a cute pattern. Elizabeth Bevins. Hi, Elizabeth. Oh, Betsy says call the midwife is great. Okay, it's on my list now. That's 2 of you, so I'm gonna have to look it up tonight. But what's it on? Is it on BritBox? Please adjust your camera so we can see the sewing
It's
area.
on Prime. It's on Prime, right?
It's on what?
Netflix, sorry. Netflix.
Oh,
sorry.
Netflix. Okay. I think I think we have or we had Netflix. I can't remember. So we'll have to start up Netflix again because there's actually something else I wanted to watch on Netflix that's coming. I can't remember what it is. I'm working on a Peter Rabbit quilt. Oh, I love Peter Rabbit. Hmm. Okay, Elizabeth, we're gonna want to see that Peter Rabbit quilt. Somebody asked me in the comments, would you ever what did they ask me? Would you ever mm, we have Netflix and you've been banned. Yeah, sure. Um, what did they ask me? Oh, how did you get to the Zoom? So Betsy, just open it up like you're gonna go on the internet, like you're gonna go on Google or whatever. Just open up a browser and type in um 1/4 inch seam Zoom. No. Steve is in the other room saying no.
Quarter-inch seam zoom.us, and it went right in.
Yeah, 1/4 inch seam Zoom.us. Betsy, 1/4 inch seam Zoom.us.
And then she's going to get a box that says launch meeting, and she's going to click on that.
When it says launch meeting, Betsy, click on that. Gosh, what did somebody ask me earlier? Would you ever consider hand quilting? Somebody asked earlier, would you ever consider hand quilting? Yeah, I would. But um like I don't hand sew very well at all. Like my stitches are all over the place. I can't find I haven't gotten the knack of like finding the needle at the bottom and then getting it up over the top. So I have to work on that. And I was thinking I would probably get one of those things off of Amazon that's like a little kit, to help you learn how to, um, needle point or cross stitch, where it has all the little things like they're printed on there, like this is how you do this stitch, and you practice the stitches. I feel like I would need to do that first because otherwise I think it would be a disaster, and I think it would probably take me the rest of my life to hand quilt a quilt right now. I think I think it would probably take me the rest of my life anyway. Okay. I have seen people go over jelly roll with a lint roller before opening it. Ooh, that's a good idea. I added sewing room. It's complete. Less floor molding, beautiful, didn't need it. 4 big bedrooms and basic rooms. Wow. Oh, okay. So sometimes look, it's gonna give the impression that I eat a lot of chocolate, and I don't eat a lot of chocolate. I'm not a big snacker. We don't eat we eat a couple of meals a day. We don't eat a lot of junk. We don't eat a lot of junk. I don't eat a lot of junk. I feel like I'm over justifying myself here. But this was the other thing I had to have a little piece of. It was a Hershey Special Dark. Um, I got the Hershey Special Dark like 2 weeks ago, so I just have like a little tiny square at night, sometimes with a cup of coffee, just enough. And I justify this because dark chocolate is supposed to be good for you. So
My favorite, dark chocolate.
I don't know if that means you can eat as much as you want of it, but I think so. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I cannot. Okay, now I'm getting so excited for this quilt. Look how adorable this is going to be. Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh no, I did it right. The butterflies are going different ways.
It should be.
Okay, so do we like that cream for the stashing? Oh, it was Janice. Janice says that was me. I love hand quilting. Is it hard on your hands, or once you get used to the to having a thimble on, does that make it, or a little protector, does that make it easier? And does it go fast?
You can't
'Cause
go by me. I have arthritis in my hands, but they always hurt when I hand sew. But I like it.
do you like it?
Yeah. I think I'm beginning to like it more than my sewing machine, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because it's portable and I could sit in front of the TV and do it. I can sit in somebody's car and do it. And
I do like that aspect of it, and it is hard on the hands, but I bet you get a little bit used to it. I mean, you probably get,
yeah, you will.
but
If you don't have trouble with your hands, it shouldn't be a problem.
that is the reason that I love to crochet is because typically crochet is something I can throw in a bag and take with me in the car.
Mhm.
And um um and I can do it like on road trips. And here's the thing I told Steve. So I am a pretty avid reader. I think I told you guys that before. I read a lot. Um and my problem is like if we're in the car, I can typically read in the car for a little while, but it's rude. Like even when it's just us. So I try not to do that because but like if you're crocheting or if you were hand stitching, you can still talk to people. Yeah, that's why I love crochet too. It's portable. Yeah. The um the portability of it. And okay, hold on a second because Laura still told me, okay, I've only got two on so far. Okay, so I'm just not gonna. Hello. That's not. She unthreaded herself. Okay. All right, try this again.
Less warm.
Somebody yesterday said, be sure you keep enough bobbin, you know, make sure you keep enough bobbin, especially when you're doing all the outline stitching, the top stitching. Yeah, guess what? Bobbin's about to run out. Is it gonna make it to the end of the strip? Nope. Oh no. Not only did she not make it to the end, she made a mess. Okay. And of course, although there's a good amount of bobbin on there. You know what? It was spun. Have you guys ever had that happen? Where the bobbin spins on kind of weird? Like you can tell it's not right. Just ain't right. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. We have to find an empty bobbin. Honestly, Angela, you could have been a little bit prepared for this. You knew this was happening today. In fact, Steve and I said, oh, hold on, Laura. Okay, Laura's back. Um, oh, Elizabeth. Hold on. Elizabeth, did I miss Elizabeth? Where are the participants? Elizabeth, try again. I'm here. I'm looking for you. But I dropped it. That sound is the bottom on the floor. Oh, and it spun itself back over to me. Steve and I said on Monday, we said, um, we'll do a practice so that we're sure everything's going to work. Okay? We'll practice first. We didn't practice. We forgot. Well, we didn't really forget. We've just been busy. Too busy. Full of crap. Okay. Let's get a bombing done. Tell you what, I'm buying 3 berries. I'm gonna buy 3 done bombs for the birds. It used to not be an issue when I didn't sew very much, but now okay, so while that's going, I'm gonna clean this up. Okay, what's the meeting ID? Yes, you were doing thank you. What is the Facebook page? Okay, the Facebook page is inch seam, 1/4 inch seam. That's the Facebook page. Okay, Elizabeth. You shouldn't need the meeting ID. You should be able to go to that website and it should just let you in. However, wrong mouse. Eight, 9, 8, 8, 8, 7, 4, 9, 0, 8, 4. Let's see, why is it doing that to you? I know Madeline just went right to the 1/4 inch seam zoom.us. There's no .com or anything, 1/4 inch seam zoom.us, and it let her right in. And when it says, like join the meeting, you just click on yes. Glasses are so crooked. Oh, okay, Bobbin's done. All right. Let's clean up this nonsense mess here. Oh, okay, Sandra. Oh, Sandra got it. Hi, Sandra.
Angela, I entered through my app, through the Zoom app, using the code that you just put in.
I think Betsy did too.
Yeah, okay, maybe that will help the other folks because it's a little confusing. But it's wonderful to be here. Hello.
Hello, hello.
I went in
Hi,
through my
Betsy.
I went in through my Google page because it didn't work from the YouTube page.
It's you know what we in our insurance business we almost never use Zoom with our clients because like some people they have it work seamlessly and some people it just never seems to like there's just always hi Betsy
Am I on?
you're on
Yeah.
and we can see you.
I used the meeting ID.
ID. Yeah.
Oh, look at my
Sometimes
hair.
that's just the easiest thing.
Well, now I can't see the chat, so I don't know what will be going on.
I think. And what did I do there? Oh, nothing. Okay. I think at the bottom of the page, there's a little thing that says chat. And if you click on those, you should be able to see the chat.
Okay, Sandra's coming on too. Or is on.
Yeah, we have Sandra and we have Laura and Madeline and Julie.
Laura's microphone is muted.
Oh,
Hi,
she's in the
Laura.
car.
I don't think you can see the chat in Zoom. It's verbal. In other words, we hear each other. The only time you can see the chat in Zoom is if somebody types something in for some reason.
I have the chat on my phone.
You can,
Oh,
yeah,
My phone.
Yeah.
you have it from YouTube though?
Yeah, well, yeah. YouTube
Yeah.
came up and it says live. It has her and Angela and it says live. And I went in there and I'm watching the chat from my phone.
Right, okay.
It probably would have been easier if we just all flew somewhere, but
At the top of the page, I can see everybody at once
yeah.
when I the top of the page. Otherwise, I just had a line going across. Oh, this
You
is
can-
good. This is
you can-
good.
You can
How
swipe your
fun.
you can swipe your page and you'll be able to see everyone that's on. For example, I can see Angela and Madeline and Betsy and Laura. And then there's some other people that have their mic muted
Muted.
and we can't see them. And that's Steve because he's shy and Julie. But anyway, it's good to be with everyone.
They don't have their cameras
So
on.
glad
Well,
you guys are.
this is great.
This is so much fun.
Yo,
It's
Well,
just like being in
I haven't sewing because I've been so busy trying to get on here. So there.
you got to get sewing. Um, this has all the benefits of being in a quilt guild, but you don't have to haul your machine around. And I'm still wearing my slippers.
My hair's sticking up on top of my head, so there's that.
All right, now let's get this bobbin back in here and hopefully actually get this. I'm so close to getting this row done. Gosh. But I keep,
Angela, is Laura driving?
she's in the car. I think she and
I'm riding with my husband. He enjoys listening to everybody.
Oh, how sweet.
They are on their way to Orlando, right?
Ooh, nice. I gotta put on I got glary lights. I can't see anything.
All right, so let's get this. Gosh, this thing seems like feels like this one piece feels like it's taking for when it's not. Now I don't have now the needle's not threaded.
Does anybody want to see my quilt that I'm quilting on my long arm?
Yes.
yes.
It's not fancy. Let's see here. Okay, you have to kind of look close, but it's for my grandson and I'm just quilting. There's a story behind this quilt. He's a thrifter. He's a senior in high school and he's a thrifter and all his friends are thrifters. They go to thrift shops.
Isn't that awesome?
And I tagged along with him one time and I bought all these giant cotton men's shirts and I cut them up into little squares and I made this quilt and now I'm quilting it and it's not a fancy design, but it's for an 18-year-old boy that he's going to take it to college. So,
Oh, that's going to be a good one for that.
so
be sure to put a label on it, Betsy, because that's going to be a treasure to him.
I will put a label on it. I'm bad about labeling, but I'm gonna label this one.
Yeah.
How cool.
What kind of long arm do you have, Betsy?
It's from the Grace Company, I can never say it right.
The cutie, the little one?
It's 19 inches. It's Quinique. I've had it about 3 years. And
Do you like it?
I really do like it. It's not, they say it's for home quilters. It's not as tough as if you would be in a quilting business, but it's sure fine for me. And then I have it on a hoop. It's a hoop frame. It's like a great big embroidery hoop. Can you see? I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we see.
and so then you do your area, and then you unclamp the clamps and you slide it over and you do the next area. And I like it because it fits in my spot. I'm down in the family room, and I take up more and more of it all the time. But it's
for
it's a good setup for me.
Is that the one from Grace that you can take apart and store, or no?
No, this is real heavy. It's about 5 feet long, and it's got
Oh, you have
legs,
the
and
space.
yeah.
I don't have the space for it. I wanted to get the one that you can take apart after and store it. It's like a small one.
Like, is it called a cutie?
Yeah, because this is what I do all my quilting on, this little domestic one.
Oh yeah. Well,
I do all my free motion on that.
I started with a cutie, and then I decided I wanted something bigger, and so
Did
I
you
went.
like the cutie?
I did. It's got its own limitations, but they're making a better one now. I had the original, and they're making one that's a little more heavy duty now. I think it's called the Breeze. I'm not positive. So, yeah, and I haven't had any trouble with this machine at all. But I'm on a Facebook group. Aren't we supposed to? Are we supposed to say that?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. But anyway, I'm on the group, and you can get a lot of help and good things. Hi, Elizabeth. Your microphone is
You
off.
gotta unmute.
So anyway, that's my long arm
Oh my
story.
gosh.
My
So
girlfriend has a
I-
long arm and she's dying for me to learn how to use it, but I'm afraid if I break it, forget it. It was like a $8,000 machine.
Well, they're pretty tough. I mean, I don't think you could break it.
I'm very comfortable with the sewing machine.
Yeah.
And I was thinking the other day that the only problem I have is that my throat's not big.
Yeah.
When you have a very big quilt. So what I'm thinking in my head, which could be very dangerous if you know me better, is I want to turn my sewing machine around so that the front is facing me, because I do free motion, so I don't have to go only in one direction.
I've
And
seen.
and put my extension table on one side and then an extension table on the other side. And then I could just go back and forth, just like a long arm.
I've seen people do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try that with the next quilt I make.
That's a good idea.
The tables.
I think Elizabeth got here. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Did it.
You did it,
Finally.
Elizabeth. You did it. So I am dying. Steve is dying for, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look.
Oh,
Oh, sweet.
oh.
Oh, I love it. I'm dying for, I would really love to have a long arm. Steve is dying for a long arm, but Steve wants like a really big long arm.
Yeah.
Because Steve's concept is if a small machine is good,
A bigger one is better.
super huge big machine is even better. But see, like the one that Betsy has, like I could fit that in here. You know? Like
I
that feels like it would fit right everywhere. That feels like it would fit, I could clean that up. That disaster could get cleaned up and that would be a good little space for one like that.
How much room do you
Plus
have?
the embroidery machine.
Oh,
We're not getting an embroidery machine.
That's my next step. I want to get a machine that does embroidery.
do you?
We
Yeah.
had 85 embroidery machines at one time, didn't we, Angela?
Yeah, we had a huge operation.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get a long arm and set it up in the bathtub, Angela. That'll just finish off the
See,
bathroom.
I mean, see, Madeline, that's perfect use of that bathroom.
Got everything else in that bathtub.
Angela,
Like a quilter.
how much room do you have? Like we see our view is you, and then there's a closet, and then there's a door.
The
How much room do you have behind the
room is
camera?
like 9 by 12
Yeah.
or 9 by 10. And I've got a small bathroom here because it used to be a bedroom. My closet here is total fabric. So I can't put anything in there. And then I have bins. And then before my girlfriend's husband passed away, as a birthday present, he built me those built-ins. Those
Nice.
weren't there when I moved in.
Oh, sweet.
And there's a little cubby like in there that my machine fits in. So I can sit on that side and sew. But I was always putting it on this table because I was always finishing the quilt. So I figured if I have to keep moving it to this table, I might as well just leave it on this
Stay
table.
on the table.
And I put my computer on that when I do like my board meetings and my Zoom meetings and stuff. I leave that there because it's near my printer and everything. So it becomes like a little work spot. But I have bins all over. I have like a cabinet I built here. All my threads and everything are in it. I bought this little one over here in Harbor Freight, which was the best $89 I ever spent because it's got drawers and stuff in it. So I got all my little bobbins and bills and all my flat stuff in it. And then I've got this piece that I built that goes under the table. And I keep my iron on it, my little iron. Right now the big iron's on it, but I keep my little iron on it. And if I'm working on something small, I just pull this out, iron it, pull it back, push it back in.
I think that Harbor Freight stuff is an incredible steal sometimes. I find all kinds of stuff like the sectiony things on my room. Oh, I love those. My back, who was it? Betsy was asking. So that back wall is probably like 10 or 11 feet, 10 feet. This is a relatively standard size room, so it's about 10 feet on the back. And oh no, Lord.
I'm seeing that.
This is
how
Burley.
cool.
This is Burley.
Burley.
Oh, where's Minnie when I need her? Minnie, there's a dog in Mom's sewing room.
It's me in the car.
Oh.
I guess Burley's safe now.
Yeah. He got a haircut today.
Oh,
I think somehow I have done something totally wrong here.
I have an
Either-
etiquette question.
What?
I'm
Pardon me?
Do I need to mute before I start sewing? Is that gonna mess up the
Give it a try.
Zoom?
Oh, you can try if it's super loud.
What did you do, Angela?
Say that again.
Angela thinks she messed something up. I'm wondering what she did.
Elizabeth?
Read it wrong. On the baby
I
lock,
think
I'm sure
you
they're
have-
all like this, but on my baby lock, when you're threading it, there's a loop at the top, and you have to have the needle, either the needle or the presser foot up, so that it puts that one hook up so you can wind the thread through it. And if you don't, it's a complete disaster. That's why I'm covered in thread, because it just kept bird nesting, and I realized it wasn't through there. Now it's not threaded.
Elizabeth?
Yes.
The only thing, I think your machine isn't loud, but your microphone picks it up and it acts like you're speaking. And so then other people can't speak. So you might have to mute it while you're actually sewing.
I'll do that.
Oh, sorry.
What's
God.
going
Hold
on?
on, I'm almost done.
The monsoons just opened up here. Oy.
Where do you live, Madeline?
North, in New Jersey, and it's been pouring all day.
Oh, wow.
It's supposed to do it all week.
Madeline, I was born and raised in New Jersey.
Where?
I was born in Livingston, North Jersey.
Yes. Mother
where,
used to live in Livingston.
where do you live in Jersey?
Huh?
Where do
I live,
you?
I live in North Brunswick, near,
Uh-huh.
near Princeton. And I'm only living here 20 years. I moved here after my husband passed. I was living in New York.
Uh, a lot of people move from New York to New Jersey, and then
I
they
have,
move, and
I have out here.
then
So,
they continue to move south.
yeah.
Then you all end up in Florida with me.
Yes.
No, I don't like
Sandra.
Florida. I don't like Florida. My father had a condo in Florida when he passed. My brother said, "You take it," and I said, "No, you take it.
I
Well, you take it." And I said, "None of us wanted it."
hated Florida. My parents moved here when I was a teenager, and I hated it. It took me a couple of years to finally give up the stubborn streak and learn to accept it. Um, Now, I do like it now. I live out in the country as opposed to the city, which was a big move, and I can go wherever I want to. So if I want to go to Jersey, I'll just go there. So that's the benefit.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel like, I'm trapped, although I love it. I have learned to love it. My family lives here.
That's the important thing. You got to have somebody.
Yes.
I
That's
had
been a weird change
I
for
had
us.
nobody in New York because I had no family in New York. My mother had passed and everything. So I was calling my girlfriend every night, and I was sitting on the phone just listening to her breathe. And she said, "This
Aw,
is stupid." She says, "Come out and buy a house out here." So that's what I did.
gee.
We love Florida. There are lots of things about Florida that we love, but when you vacation in a place, Steve hasn't lived down in Florida since in 30 years. He was in California for 30 years. And you get very used to the things that you know.
Mm-hmm.
And when you live in a place is very different than when you vacation in a place. And that's been a little, we're trying to go back to California for a few weeks later this year, in part because I don't know that my mom's going to be able to come out this year. So, and we want to go back and kind of see some of the, oh, there's Minnie.
Aw.
You want to say hi?
This is Madeline's box. It's too big for a post office.
Oh no.
So you know, I
he's
drove all the way to the
gonna
post office.
post
You have
office.
to go back.
He's so cute.
Oh, Madeline. We went to go get your package, and then
Oh, he's
Big
so
box.
good.
Hi, Minnie. Do you
That
want to
face.
see Burley? Do you want to see Burley,
do you
Minnie?
want to see a dog? Do you want to see her dog, Rudy? She's gonna show him.
I'll tell you, when I called the post office in Florida to try to figure out what happened, they were much nicer than they are here in
Yeah.
Jersey.
Look at that.
You see him? There he is.
Oh.
Look,
Aw.
did you see Rudy? Oh, there
Does Minnie watch TV?
she watches TV like we've questioned if we should restrict the amount of TV that she watches. She loves to watch doggies on TV.
Oh, Burley won't watch TV. He doesn't get it.
My
She,
dog never liked to watch TV when she was alive. No, she didn't like that.
in fact, she likes to watch TV so much that and because she's a little too smart for her britches sometimes. She she recognizes the opening sounds or the song, like the melody in a commercial. So if it's like a commercial for Farmer's Dog or commercial for Progressive and she hears the melody and she knows there's an animal in it, she'll come racing across the house because she knows that that melody is with that commercial and that commercial has a dog in it.
The only thing Burley does with TV is if there's a doorbell on TV, then they ask them, run to the
Oh,
door.
yeah.
Yeah. They're all too smart for their own good and cute too.
They're all good. I tell you what. Okay.
My poor dog had way too much personality. More than any dog should have.
Do you have any animals now?
No, because now that I'm older, nobody, if I get sick, no one wants to look after it. And I'm by myself. So I said, I play with my neighbor's dog. She comes every morning. I thought I was being nice by offering her a bone. And now every morning at 9 o'clock for the last year, she barks at my back door to get her bone.
Oh.
So she wakes me up. I go downstairs. I give her my bone. I pet her. She runs around. I said, now go home to your father.
Well, they're great company.
Yeah, they
Yes.
are. I miss mine.
I lost my dog just a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
Sorry.
Sorry.
it's
16
terrible.
years.
16.
Oh, Elizabeth.
How
I know.
old was she?
Pardon?
How old was the dog?
Well, he was probably about 17 because we had him 16 and got him as a rescue.
Uh, yeah, I lost my dog at 15 and a half years. Yeah.
And they're just a part of your life when they stay with you that long.
Well,
That's
what happened was
hard.
it started out, we got her at 8 weeks old and she was my husband's dog. He sat on the floor as a puppy and used to feed her. And I said, I'm not having any part of this. And he did everything. He took her for her grooming and he walked her and whatever. And then when he passed away, she probably said, I better be nice because I'm the one that's left.
Their family.
They
Mhm.
are. And he went to work and he never came home. She slept at the front door for a month. I couldn't get her away from the front door. She was waiting for him to come home. It was sad.
Holy camole. I've almost got all 4 on.
Oh, wow. That looks great.
Oh, that's pretty, Angela. I like
I
that.
think that's going to be good, huh?
It's beautiful.
And you're going to
I
put,
was worried I was worried because I didn't do, on this thing, if you're doing this or if you've downloaded the pattern,
Come on,
see in
Teeny.
the corners how they added a
Teeny.
little,
Come on, buddy. Come on.
how they added a little thing there. They added in the corners, they sewed like a 2.5-inch square to kind of make it like an octagon,
yeah.
I didn't have enough fabric for that. And I was afraid that it might need a little something, but I think that's going to be good.
Oh, I think so too. And
I think it's very neat looking.
you're going to put a green border around it.
Yeah.
You're going to put cornerstones on it, Angela? In the
No.
corners? No?
No. I think I'm going to leave that off.
Don't complicate things.
I know. You know what? My mom is, she likes, simple stuff. Simple, dainty, kind of delicate. And I think that it would be it will go more her style, the simpler that it is.
It's going to be great.
I'm excited about this one, and it's actually coming together relatively quick, but I got to get more of that heat and bond so I can finish the butterflies. I didn't buy enough of it. Well, you know what I did? I made the squares too big.
I told you to buy a bowl.
So you cut a lot of it off.
Yeah, so I cut, like I have enough, and I'm saving it because I think I can use some of these little flowers and things on something else.
Mhm.
But I probably would have had enough. When you add it all up, I probably would have had enough.
What if you cut out some of those little?
Betsy,
Huh?
do you have the baby lock?
I have a brother that's very similar to your.
Baby
It's
lock.
probably a model older than yours, but it's a brother.
Brother's made by Baby Lock. Baby Lock
Yeah.
and Brother are the same
That's-
company.
Right.
That's right. My needle keeps, God, and lately it's driving me bananas. It probably just needs to be serviced. The whole machine probably needs a good servicing. My needle keeps coming unthreaded.
I don't know why.
You may need to change your needle, believe it or not. After sewing so much, the needles get cranky.
Yeah.
Could,
You know
So
what? I bet you're right.
if you haven't changed your needle in quite some time, that might be a
yeah.
solution.
Sandra, I haven't changed my needle since I moved to Florida.
Well, I'm kind of the
Oh,
same
it's time
way.
for a new, it's time for a new needle.
Yeah, it's time to break down and change that sucker.
That that affects it. And if you sew a lot and you get a lot of dust under the needle plate, and if you don't clean that out,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
that
machine
can
gets
cause,
cranky.
Yeah,
I had so much crap in there after doing the jelly roll rugs. Oh my God.
I
And
think after I put this last one on, I think
it's so easy to change the needle and to pull off your needle plate and just get a brush and brush your bobbin and all
Yeah,
the
well,
bobbin
except if
pin.
you're like me and keep dropping the screws inside the machine. Because I lose the grip in my fingers and they go
Yeah.
right. I must have 12 screws in this machine already.
Oh,
But I have to bring it in for service, so I'll tell them that there's screws in there.
oh, they'll find those screws.
Yeah, I told them that last time when I brought it in for service. They also got to fix my bobbin thing because it doesn't turn.
Angela,
I'm
this
using
is
a
my machine, Angela. I should turn it sideways, maybe.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's the same within a model year or whatever, but yeah.
Kind of blurry. I don't know.
I
There's
almost
there's those 3 buttons. You have 4 buttons, but I have 3 buttons.
I tell you what, yeah, my last button is that laser.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The little laser line.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I don't know, I can't remember now if I originally knew about the top button where it lifts the plate. But I don't know how I've been sewing for the 4 years that we've been here without that. What a pain. Okay. I'll put this last square on and then unfortunately I'm probably gonna have to wrap up because I just realized that at some point I'm gonna have to feed all these people dinner.
You have
wow,
company?
I only got 4 left. I started with 30.
Ooh.
This is good. Because I would have
Wow.
never done tonight, that's for sure.
Elizabeth, can you tell us more about your quilt or your quilt top that you held up?
Yeah, it's just a Peter Rabbit, the panel. And then what I did was for all of the little characters, I stitched in about 2 layers of batting behind them before I did my actual quilt sandwich so that
Oh.
they'll be really puffy and
Puffy and
stand
poofy.
out, you know.
I like
And then I'm
poofy.
sewing around each of the um, little block things.
Can you hold it up closer to the camera?
Let's see.
So you did double batting. Is that what she was saying? She did double batting?
Yeah, she
Behind
put
you.
that in behind the squares before she did her backing.
Sort of
So
like a
Put another layer. Look how cute.
So like the
Oh.
character, I put
sort of
2
like a
layers of batting there and stitched it before I did my regular batting and layered it so that they'll kind of pop each of the little.
Oh, that's really nice.
it's sort of like trapunta.
Sort of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a special recipient for that quilt, Elizabeth?
Probably my granddaughter, she's going to turn 1 this
Oh,
month.
Oh no.
Yes,
How perfect.
I know. I'm having fun making quilts just for her.
oh, I bet.
The quilt that I hand stitched found a home in the sewing room. I have it on my chair. Because I ran
The
out
one
of
that you
room.
were hand stitching when you first came on the channel.
Yeah. Didn't take me too long. I think it took me about 5 months or so.
That's an investment in time.
Yeah, I used all my scraps though, but it's not like a quilt like you cut the half square triangles and put them together and stuff. These were just, it's really like a back of a square, and then you put your batting in the middle with a square over it, and you're actually folding over it to make the border, and then you quilt through it. So you're doing each one individually, and then you're sewing them all together. And I did it all with my scraps. So it's great. Ooh, here, I'll show you.
Big.
See?
Oh, isn't that nice?
Oh, wow.
Really
How
neat.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
and
very
How
nice.
pretty. Is that quilt
And-
as you go?
it could be like, it is like a quilt as you go. And the funny thing is, I ran out of the fabric I started for the backing, so I had to get different fabric, and I'm glad it interspersed nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Stars and beige.
Very nice.
I never have enough for I didn't realize I wouldn't have enough for the backing. I bought 10 yards and it wasn't enough.
Oh
Holy
my God.
cow.
I know, it ate up fabric.
Wow.
Wow.
Like that.
You'd have to go to the store 10 times, Angela.
Touche, Betsy. Touche.
And I'm making one for my girlfriend in gray background. So when I went into the store this time, the woman said, "How much do you want?" I said, "Just give me the whole bolt." So I bought the whole bolt. There was 12 yards on the bolt.
Daddy, give Tig.
I'd be in the store for a half hour trying to decide if I wanted to buy the whole bolt.
It'd be a challenge.
Well, I usually buy, if I really like a fabric and if it's not like crazy, like I would buy
Yeah.
4 yards at a time, because if I make a 60 by 60 quilt, you need at least 4 yards for the backing. So I usually buy 4 yards at a clip,
Mm-hmm.
unless it's like a really way out there fabric that, I don't even know if I'm going to, like, I have a lot of fabric that is like in the category of what the hell was I thinking?
We all have that.
Them in a pile. What the
They
hell was
make
I?
good, they make good scrap quilts.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
Happens.
We have a store outside of Nashville, and they'll sell you a bolt of fabric for $25. Some of it's modas, I mean, all kinds. Some of
Really?
it's batiks.
Wow.
And you can I got a batik, and it was like 12 and a half yards for $25.
Oh my
Don't
gosh.
find that up
It's
here.
nice.
Wow.
And then you can buy by the yard too, but then they charge you, it's $5 per yard if you just get 1 yard.
For like Moda?
Moda, all the kinds. I don't even know what kind. They have name brands.
Wow.
Beautiful.
What's the name of that shop?
Yeah, we need to go there.
It's Stitcher's Garden in Brentwood, Tennessee.
Gee.
Wow.
There's one online called creativecloseouts.com, and they buy from all the stores that go out or whatever. They have a lot of designer, like they have a lot of Tula Pink and all that kind of stuff, and they charge $7.99 a yard.
Wow.
Any of them, $7.99 a yard. Because I have a quilt
Yeah,
shop.
that's good.
I have a quilt shop here in Pennington, and they're expensive. Well, no, I guess no more expensive than anybody else. They got like $16, $18 a yard of fabric.
Crazy.
But if you wait until they go onto the sale shelves, it's like 30% off. And then if you buy whatever's on the bolt that's left, they give you a 50% discount. And now they have a table where you can go in and, like, they had one the other day that was like 5 yards, like $25. So if I make
See,
a trip,
that's part of my problem is I end up stopping, and I try and support local quilt shops or fabric shops, but sometimes you find something you really like and it's 12, 13, $14 a yard, and you for one project, if you're going to use that as a backing,
well, that website I sent you, that fabric mega store,
yeah,
have the most beautiful different that you don't find all over fabrics. And they
Yeah,
come, they not only come regular like yardage, but they also come in 108-inch widths.
Yeah.
So if I make a 60 by 60 quilt, which is usually the size, I won't go bigger than that because I can't handle it on my machine. But that's only 1.5 yards of fabric because it's 108 inches. And I'm tired of sewing my pieces together
Yeah, I know.
a 44-inch width. So I just buy now 108-inch width or whatever. But I got that app. I got that Robert Kaufman app. You can put in for your bindings and you can put in the measurements of your backings and it tells you how much yardage you need.
Yeah, I have that too.
Yeah. It's
Great
very
app.
helpful.
It's a great app.
It is.
Yeah. Very,
All
very
right,
helpful.
ladies. This was so much fun.
So we're gonna
What a
do this tomorrow too then again, huh?
So what Steve and I were thinking, and you'll have to put your comments, you'll have to leave your comments on Facebook and let us know, I mean on YouTube and tell us what you think or what you would prefer. We'll kind of make it a bit of a survey. We were thinking like on Wednesday nights we would do a Zoom where we could all come on like this. Now that at least we figured out how to do it. And then on Sundays I would do it as a YouTube live.
Mhm.
That's fun.
And kind of mix it up a little bit. So we might try that for a bit and see how that goes. I had such a blast with you guys tonight. This
How
was
much I got done.
Yay.
Ooh.
and Madeline finished most of her tubes, and Elizabeth is sewing on her Peter Rabbit
This-
quilt for her
This is what I
grandchild.
sent you, Angela. This is what I sent you. It's like a design wall, but it's a board. Because I
That's
have a
very
problem when
cool.
I do squares and triangles
Yeah.
and stuff. By the time I get them from wherever they are to the machine, I'm like dyslexic. It like moves
know.
around. So I put them on here and they don't run around and then I can bring it to the machine and just sew from that.
Well, I am so excited to go. Now I'm excited to go to the post office. I usually hate going to the post office, but now tomorrow we will go they close early in here, so.
Because
Angela and
I'll have to
everyone.
get that because yes, I do the same thing. By the time I turn around and put it on the machine, I forgot what I was even doing.
yeah, they think they move around on purpose. I don't think I think they do it.
Thank you for everything, Angela, and
This-
tell Steve thank you for all of his hard work. We appreciate you as much as you do us, maybe more.
Yeah, thanks so
Yeah.
much.
You guys are so sweet.
You're
And
one of
Laura,
my
drive
favorites.
safe. And Elizabeth, keep sewing.
I will.
Keep
Thank
going.
you. Thank you.
And Madeline, thank you so much. Betsy, we're so excited that you made it on and showed us your long arm. And Sandra, who is
I
always
did nothing
our biggest
tonight.
cheerleader. Thank you guys so much. I had so much fun tonight. I am going to go make these folks some dinner. And I will see you guys tomorrow night on YouTube, where most of what I'm going to talk about is how much fun we had.
One of my favorite websites, I tell you, when you're not there at 6 o'clock, I go, where the hell is she?
We'll
So
have to
much
fire her.
You've
So
created
tomorrow we're gonna sew
Have a good
some more.
evening.
I got
That
one
looks
row
nice.
done.
that looks really nice.
I love it. I do. I really love it.
So I'm so relieved. I'm happy, but I'm so relieved. Oh,
She's gonna love it, Angela.
so excited.
But don't
Okay,
forget
guys,
to put
I love you.
don't forget to put a label on the back.
I have to put a label on it. I'm gonna have to do that. Don't let me forget to put a label on it when I finally get it finished. And next week, y'all are gonna have to help me choose the backing. So I'll get some samples and stuff, and we'll have to choose the backing. And other than that, don't
Good night,
forget.
ladies.
Only a
Only
quarter inch
quarter
seam.
inch seam. I love you guys.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow.